We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Lance. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Finding room at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
So this game here in London, the first of 5 games in the NFL International Series for 2022. We'll see the Giants and Packers here next week. Broncos and Jags at Wembley at the end of the month. The Seahawks and the Bucs, that'll be in November in Munich, Germany. First time a game's been held there. And then we wrap up down in Mexico City, November 21st. Cardinals and Niners from Estadio Azteca.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys. Because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence. Show some aggressiveness. Go pick it up.
Here we go with Kamara. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. They start the drive with Cook to about the 40-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. On the move past the 40. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play fake. Cousins. Steps away to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Cousins. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The kick by Joseph is good, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
On 2nd and 9, Lance.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Cousins. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
On play action, Cousins. His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard.
Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
The Saints at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you guys take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Yeah, he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
But this offense can get their tight ends involved. They can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Throwing now is Lance. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 to score after one. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Lance to throw it. The quick slant caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Kamara is in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Point after, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Cousins gives way to Cook. They find some open field here. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Joseph on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Play action now. Cousins. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Joseph's got it. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well.
And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And Lance now to throw.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Working from the gun, Lance.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Lance now on 1st down. Out to the flat here for Johnson.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Lance looks to throw again.
And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now a play fake. Lance.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Cousins. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
And it's caught. The tight end Hill.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Cousins' throw taken in by Hawkinson here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Cousins. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On second down, it's Cook again.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
105 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Again, it's Cook. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now an in route as Cousins had just popped this forward.
Now they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Cook following the penalty. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
On 2nd and goal, Cousins flushed out right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. On play action, Lance being chased out left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
He gets it left side to Johnson. Touchdown, Saints. David Johnson with career touchdown number 60. And the Saints are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and through. And that cuts this lead down to 13. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
From the 29, Lance escaping the pressure right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
On the move past the 40. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Here we go. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Vikings force the turnover. Well,